Hey everybody. So when I read the word environment, one of the first things that came to mind was our cultural and societal environment that we live in today, and how that directly applies to the way we see success. So the American dream has become the pursuit of a sustainable and comfortable life, but this wasn't always how we perceived this dream. The phrase is something we've all heard before, and some of us we may even use ourselves. It's also one we may even consider ourselves to be living today. What does this phrase, the American dream, really mean to you, though? So when I hear it, what comes to mind is a life based on a goal to make money and live comfortably. Now, it might look a little different for everyone, but I think we can all agree the main focus is making the most money we can to attain a better standard of living. It may also be a little different for reasons just like supporting your family or having more possessions, or maybe it's the way we make ourselves feel good, or just the way we see ourselves in society. So James Truslow Adams, in his book The Epic America, which he wrote in 1931, wrote about this, the American dream. It's not a dream of motor cars and high wages merely, but a dream of social order in which each man and each woman shall be able to attain the fullest stature which they are innately capable, and be recognized by others for what they are, regardless of their fortuitous circumstances of birth or position. So I think over the past 80 years, we've really grown far from what we once considered this dream to be. I think this dream for not all, but many of us, is to work hard, get a good paying job in order to attain a life of fullness through riches. The American we live in today is much a credit of the Industrial Revolution of the 19th century. Many good things came from it, and our culture was drastically affected in good and bad ways. Richard D. Fitzgerald wrote in his series on the Science and Times, the Industrial Revolution increased the material wealth in the Western world. This is the environment we've created our culture to be, and it's full of false perceptions. Like with money comes happiness. I think we can all admit that we've had that thought, if we would just win the lottery, my life would be better, and I would just be so much happier. Sure, money is a great thing, and it can open a lot of doors and new opportunities for us. But where we go wrong is when this becomes the driving force for us in life. This is now the social environment we're welcoming our next generation into, and it starts with some of the questions we're asking our kids, and the unintentional pressure we're putting on them to just be successful. So according to Stanford Graduate School, Denise Reynolds wrote that 8 in 10 students feel that success is important, no matter what the cost, and it does not improve once someone gets out of school and into the workforce. But is this really the idea we want our kids to have for their lives? That becoming successful is the most important ideal in their life, even if it means compromising their own morals to achieve it? This is proof that at an early age today, our kids feeling even more pressure to succeed, all because of the way we define our success in our culture today. So last year for the Atlantic magazine, Jessica Leahy wrote an article titled, When Success Leads to Failure. It depicts a story of a student's mother who's really concerned about her child's happiness in learning, and her teacher described it as this. Her child has sacrificed her natural curiosity and love of learning at the altar of achievement, and it's our fault. This is a perfect example of what's happening across our country. We've put so much pressure on kids to be successful by way of achieving high academics, getting into a good school, so they can be what we would consider a success in life. Because of this pressure, kids begin to fear failure. So Ian Bird wrote an article on gifted education. He wrote in this article saying that kids need to hear that college is a life goal, but not the life goal. The real goal is to navigate that crazy curvy line and pursue success, to help them discover, dive into their unique intersections of interests and skills. I believe this is a key to changing our cultural view on what success looks like for our next generation. Our culture also greatly impacts our work and home environments. At home, for many of us, experience the competitive nature, like beating our coworkers just to get that promotion, or at home, like trying to keep up the best landscape yard and nicest house on the street. This competitive culture makes it really hard for so many people to explore our life's passions, or just do something fun with no other means other than pure enjoyment. I believe there are a few ways we can begin to change our mindset for the way we think about success. So let's begin by asking some of those right questions. Like, what do you love? What are some of your skills? How can you use your skills to do something that you love? And then helping people to seek and develop, hone in on those skills and pursue those. So instead of pursuing getting to the next place and always advancing, why not take a step back sometimes and enjoy each day and life stage, but still push ourselves to be better, but not at the sacrifice of the things that we love and those that we love. When we can take the fear out of the failure, we can begin to take some of those risks in doing some of those things that we really care about and have a passion for, and not settling for worldly comforts and over a joy-filled life. If we start changing the way we think about success and seek our true dreams in life, the money will follow, and the things will follow as well. This change in thinking will help us, our kids, and the rest of the world redefine that meaning of the word success, from being achieved through better status in society and attaining more material things, to real success through pursuing happiness and enjoyment in life by following our true dreams and passions. Thanks.